Hello everyone and welcome to my little corner of the internet. My name's Michael and I'm bitten by a radioactive book. It's the end of the month already and that means wrap up time, and if you ever have been unfortunate enough to get a present from me that I wrapped up personally myself, you will know I suck at wrapping up presents, but I hope I don't in wrapping up my reading month. So, let's see what I read this month. First off, we have Ascension by Jacqueline Koyanagi. It's a space opera about a female sky surgeon. Sky surgeon is a sort of engineer, and she wants to go on a ship. She also has like a chronic disease. She's constantly in pain and has to buy medication, and she doesn't have the money for the medication. So it's a bit problematic. She then has the opportunity to get onto a ship with a very interesting crew that's on the lookout for her sister. That is some kind of spirit guide. I enjoyed the beginning of the book a lot. It has some really cool ideas in world building, like that there is a parallel universe and there's like a company from the parallel universe that brought some technological advances into Alana's universe, but all that is not really that much fleshed out. It has a very diverse cast in characters. Most of the characters are female, most of them are person of color, so a very diverse cast. There are one or two interesting philosophical ideas in it, but overall the execution was okay, but not great. It slowed down in the middle. The ending was interesting, but not like mind-blowing. So I ended up rating it for 3 stars. 3 stars. Second up, we have my personal book of the month, maybe. Yeah, I think it is. It's The Strange Affair of Spring Heel Jack. It's a steampunk novel. You might have heard me talk about it in one of the steampunk guides already. It features Burton and Swinburne, which are two historical figures, but in this book by Mark Hodder, he puts them into like a fictional context where they have to investigate strange and mysterious occurrences for the British Empire. It had a lot of great philosophical ideas and debates in it. It had action. It had a very good flair, I think, of the setting, and it got 5 stars from me, and I really enjoyed it. Next up, we've got Macaque, which is a science fiction / cyberpunk thriller. The main character, Macaque, is a monkey flying missions for the Royal Air Force in the Second World War and fighting German Nazi ninjas. So it sounds a bit over the top, but in the end it's a very good cyberpunk thriller. If you want to know more about it, I have a review video for it, and I rated it 4 stars. Next up is Bloodsong by Anthony Ryan, which I also rated 5 stars, and yeah, it might be a competitor with The Strange Affair of Spring Heel Jack to be my favorite book of the month. It's a kind of coming-of-age story, but only in the first half. In the second half, the character is already grown up, goes on his own missions. It's a I think classical fantasy, but with a very good prose and very good pacing. I have like an almost 15-minute review video of this book already, so if you're interested in that, go check it out. Yeah, it was a 5-star read and it's highly recommended. The fifth book I finished was another Steampunk. It's The Great Game, the final installment of Lavi Teta's Bookman Chronicles. I really enjoyed the Bookman Chronicles as a whole. This one was unfortunately a bit the weakest, because the ending wasn't that really good as I had hoped it, but still it was a very enjoyable read. I gave it 4 stars, and like with the last books, I already have a review video, so if you're interested, you can check that out. Next up we have Ninja vs. Pirate featuring zombies, which sounds totally ridiculous and over the top, and it is, but it has also a very good underlying theme and social commentary. Again, I have a review video up for this book and I rated it 5 stars. Yeah, I really loved it. It's a short book, it's a short read, so very entertaining and highly recommended. The 7th book I finished this month was Faith by John Love. It's a space opera, again with a lot of underlying philosophical questions. There are many metaphors in it. It's a battle between 2 ships. The name-giving ship Faith, which is kind of a mysterious cloaked ship, and the ship that the humans sent to battle it. It's the Charles Manson. It's an outsider ship with very introverted, very antisocial characters on it. It has very interesting characters. It has, as I said, a lot of interesting philosophy underlying. If you're more like looking for just a space adventure, then it's maybe a 3-point read and not that interesting. It has a very bumpy start, for example, but if you're into philosophical questions and are looking for themes like self-awareness, or for example, existence itself, then it's a highly recommended book. I rated it 5 stars, but please make sure that you're interested in that kind of questions, because if you just read it for the space battle, or there are better books for this. The 8th book I read is called The Emperor's Blades by Brian Staveley. It also has like 2 coming-of-age stories from 2 brothers. Both are children of an emperor that was killed. The first is the heir, Caden. He's training to be some sort of monk. The second is Valen. He's training to be some kind of badass soldier. And they also have a sister called Adair, who stays home, or is at the home palace, and is the Minister of Finance there, and has to deal with political intrigue. But the focus of the book are the 2 boys and their training. That is, it's a very interesting world. The world building, it has a distinct Asian feeling, and it's very interesting. I also like the plot and the whole underlying mythology, but the execution of the whole training systems or sequences, I think, wasn't really good. Both of them are really more failures, I think, and their whole abusive training that they had to endure for years feels like for nothing. So yeah, I wasn't quite sure, but I hope that the series is going to get better. I'm going to have a more in-depth review of this coming up, as well as of Faith. For now, I can tell you I rated it 3 stars, and but I still look forward to progressing in that series when the next book comes. I think next January, February, something like that. And last but not least is a book I'm going to include here. It's The Ghost Brigades by John Scalzi. It's the 2nd installment in his Old Man's War books. I'm technically, when I'm recording this video, not finished, but the month is just ending tomorrow, and I only have like, I don't know, 30% left in the book, and I'm going to finish it today, so it will technically count for the monthly wrap-up. I don't have a rating for it yet, of course, because I haven't finished it. It's on a course between 3 and 4 stars. I'm tending to more towards 4 at the moment, and I'm also going to have a review video up for this one soon, where I talk to you about it more in depth. So that's it for my monthly wrap up. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have books you really liked or really disliked this month, please tell me in the comments. If you liked that video, hit the like button. If you want to see more of me, subscribe to my channel. Make sure to be back tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm going to film my TBR video for September, so I can show you what's coming up next month, and this will be the majority of the reviews, of course, that will be coming up next month. Yeah, have a lovely weekend, and I hope you get bitten by a really good book too. Bye!